Well, good afternoon, everyone. Here we are again, Bookkeepers on Fire on our Tuesday lives. And we're here with Alicia Katz Pollock. So happy to have her back. She's a second time guest, and we're happy to have her here. One quick thing before we get into everything Alicia's going to tell us about a wonderful QuickBooks Online new platform or the user interface, however we want to call it. One thing, we have just relaunched our Bookkeepers on Fire community. So we invite everyone to go over there, check it out. There's something for everyone over there. So just have a look and see what's going on. We have a Turn Up the Heat where you get the behind the scenes of me and Deb when we just turn it on and record and go. The stuff we don't put out to the world is there. So we're even entertained sometimes and shocked too. And then we have some other, we have a download, and then we have a video with a download too. Those go up monthly, so you can check those out. But now on to the most important thing we have right now, Alicia Katz Pollock, and go ahead.
Well, I'm thrilled. Alicia, how long? I feel I've known you in my QuickBooks journey forever. Haven't we? I mean, where did we meet? I can't even remember. It's been that long ago.
I don't remember where we first met, but the first time you imprinted on me was when we went out for a SI with Greg Bosson, and that was in 2015.
Yeah.
And so you were already long established, and I was the new kid on the block. So I haven't been around forever in your world, but you've been around forever in mine.
Oh. And we did on QuickBooks Connect or Intuit Connect. We did 2 times. We did Intuit QuickBooks Tips and Tricks.
Yeah.
And that was fun.
That was actually like kind of one of my highlights of like my favorite things that I've ever done in.
Well, I tell you, I still hear about the stuff that we taught people during that tips and tricks class, and it was so much fun. I mean, we made it fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, what Debbie's talking about is we did Intuit had a tips and tricks riff off for 1 year where we had 2 teams of 3, and it was me, Deb, and Liz Scott against Carla and Deb Deffer and Tatiana Turk.
Yeah.
And so our team won. And then the next year they brought the 3 of us back to compete against each other. And I took it down.
And that was the year I walked in with the crown and the scepter to the music.
It was hilarious. Absolutely a riot. I was wondering where you were at before.
I was wondering where I was. They didn't know I was in the back dressing.
No, I had no idea. I'm like, oh my God, she's late. She's not here. What am I going to do?
And Cindy Skinner carried my cape, and I had the scepter and it was fun. I mean, we just got to have fun. Anyway, fun. But anyway, you have been struggling recently with everything. You've kind of lost your mojo. We are, you went for burnout, but now you're buzzing again.
Yeah.
So what happened, and how did you get it back, and how did you get your spark back?
So what happened was I write a textbook for Questiva Consultants. That's a big textbook that's used in colleges and universities and high schools. That's like literally like a brain dump of everything I know about QuickBooks, step by step by step and click by click by click. And I worked on it for about 200 hours between November and March and got it in print in March 2025, and literally the week that it got published, we got the announcement that they were rolling out the new interface.
No.
Oh my gosh.
And like, I couldn't even celebrate the book. Like, I didn't even like bother with publicity. I'm like, oh my God, it's got 4 months of life, and then now what? And so that kind of sent me into a spiral that I was like questioning my life choices and having essentially a midlife career crisis. I mean, midlife crisis, why my family is great. My husband is awesome. My kids are amazing. So at least my midlife crisis was not like having to up and change my entire life. But I seriously was like, am I in the right career? I don't know that I can do this again. I'm not sure, so like I definitely lost my spark. I definitely lost my mojo. And that was like from March to about June. And I even showed up at Scaling New Heights, like putting on my game face. and it was hard. When you said struggle, I didn't like hearing me admit that I'm struggling because I have this sunny, optimistic personality and a sense of humor, and that's what I like to bring to the table. And I had to actually face to myself that I was burnout. Um,
Right.
it was actually listening to Nancy and Questions podcast. She Counts. And the episode about burnout, I started the episode just listening, like, oh, okay, let's talk about burnout. And then I started hearing the things that they were saying. It's like, wait, oh my God, I fit all the criteria. I'm burnout. And I went, oh, okay, I gotta kind of reframe everything that I am doing. And
So
so,
how did you not burn out anymore? How did you like the spark again? What did you do specifically?
yeah, so the spark got lit again when I realized that I've been doing QBO content now since 2017. So it's been about 8 years. And my classes originally were my boot camp class that was actually for business owners in my area. And then I started broadcasting it, and then I started adding on to it. So first I taught the boot camp, which is just basically like, everything a business owner needs to get up and running with QBO. And then it's like, okay, I got to teach about the bank feeds. Okay, so I taught about the bank feeds. Okay, I got to teach about reports. So I made a reports class. Oh, people aren't reconciling right. Let me make a reconciling class. Oh, everybody's messing up the sales tax. Let me go make a course about the sales tax. And so all my courses were developed by need. When I was tired of answering questions about that topic, I made a video. And then because the interface changes and because we have NASBA certification, I'm required to keep everything up to date. And so the other courses were like, oh,
NASBA.
that course is out of date. Now I got to reteach it.
What's NASBA?
NASBA, what does NASBA even stand for? Oh my God, it's the CPE certification board
Okay. So
for
Okay.
places people can get CPE.
Yes, yes. So CPE accredited, and it took us 4 years to get it, but it's got
Wow.
very, very stringent requirements. So everything that I've been doing for the last few years has either been introducing a new course or reteaching one that had gotten outdated. And so my schedule was always just like whatever needed to happen. And then I realized when this happened that I had to teach my whole class again. I realized, wait, this is an opportunity. I have never taught my own curriculum in order, by beginning to fundamentals to foundations to special features to advanced bookkeeping topics. And I was like, wait, this is really cool. I can actually run my curriculum like a real curriculum for the first time in my entire career. And that was like, wow, wait, that's kind of cool. And that is when I got my spark back.
Great. Now, our friend Pat Hartley's in the chat, and Pat is another educator who's written textbooks. So I feel for the two of you when they change these major things, because I just can't imagine how hard you work on this stuff, only to have it kind of not blow up, but like, oh my God, it's all different now.
Yeah, no, this is as close to a blow up as we've had over the years. Like a couple years ago, I had just put out the book, and then they changed like the customer panel from the middle to the right, and I was like, "Oh my God, this is horrible!" Now it's a big thing, and I love that Pat is here, Crystal and Shelton. The three of us all write textbooks, and we're not competitors. I mean, we're like our companies are competitors, but we're like helping each other,
Yeah.
and yeah. So Pat's on there saying it's been painful. And we don't have Craig's landscaping yet either. Craig's
I
landscaping
know.
has
I
not
went to
shifted.
landscaping to figure it out, and I'm like, wait, they haven't even updated the sample company yet.
Yeah, and so I've been like a couple months going, I need it, I need it, I need it, I need it, and they've been saying August, and so like we got like a couple days left in August,
Now, do you have
and
inside scoop to some of the Intuit higher ups to tell us anything like secret we should know?
well, I talk to the developers like every day about different things. Like when something's not working, I don't call support. I go contact my developer friend, and so they're the ones who have been telling me August was the Craig's landscaping release, and I sure as hell hope that that it's coming out in time for my class on the 16th. Because if Craig's landscape is not out on the 16th, I have to actually figure out how to make a Craig's landscaping sample file. My
So,
own.
what is scuttlebutt you're hearing. The developers came up with this idea and then just pushed it out. And then are they getting a lot of feedback from us that thinking, oh my God?
Well, the interface had not been refreshed since 2012 is when the current interface came. Like, they changed the bar from blue to black, but it didn't really change.
I just,
Um,
I don't, but why fix a wristwatch that isn't broken?
Well, in a way, it was broken
Okay.
because the features
Mhm.
in the navigation were like things that were related were in different places, and there were screens that you couldn't get to except by going from here to here to here, and some of the names were outdated, and so they kind of like looked at the groupings and the pairings and realized that they could move some things together and rename some things so they made more sense. And the interface also was old, that the whole sidebar look to a website, you haven't seen a website with the sidebar look to it for years, and
Mhm.
so the modern sensibility has also changed.
But I see that I look at mine, Chris. I look at mine, and it's my screen is so busy now. There's too much stuff. I like
Hmm.
a minimal. I
it,
just want
Yeah.
a running program.
it
Instead of like all of this apps with all these things, and then has a bookmark, and then over here we have this. I mean,
yeah, I mean, they may err to overwhelm at first and maybe get it pared back. Like, there is one button on the banking screen that will clear out all of the clutter. And I do acknowledge that there is a lot of visual clutter to sort through. But once you kind of grok, like, oh, that's what these are, this is what these are, you know what you can key into. And one of the things that people like, you get used to doing what you do. And right now we're thrown into an opportunity to see all these other things that QBO has been doing that you didn't notice,
like
and
what?
some of the new things that it can do
Like, give me
now.
an example.
Um, what's one of the things that it couldn't do? Payment links, right? Payment links have been around for 2 years. Have you sent one?
Mhm.
And so now they're on the menu and they're easy to see on the menu. And so people can go, oh, wait, what is a payment link? Maybe I can use this. And so there's a lot of features like that.
Can you turn all that stuff off though if you don't want it? I mean,
There is no turning off. And that's good feedback to put in. Like, it would be nice to be able to pick which features we do need. But then the danger of that is that new things will come up and you won't know they're there because they're
it's
in the
okay.
things
I'm
you've turned
okay with
off. Well,
So they did get some feedback on that new window option, and it came back this week.
yeah.
Yeah, they
The
got a lot of feedback on that new window thing.
in fact, so what she's referring to is literally the new window command that was on the accountant's toolbox. Even beyond it coming back, you can now fully customize that menu, which you couldn't a week ago.
Yeah.
And you can rearrange the sections and add the things you want to it. So you can actually make, in the QBO for accountants, you can make your own custom toolbar. It is not persistent though. Right now it's per client, but put in that feedback, go flood that feedback and say the new bar is awesome. Make it so that I can set it once and it's the same across my clients. Then we'll
I know
really
I
have
set up
something.
the bookmarks, and then they must have done something because I went back into clients and I went, where'd they go? They were all gone. I didn't do them all. That made me mad.
Mm,
But
I heard that too on
yeah.
some other people. But the feedback, by the way, everyone, the feedback is where you want to put everything. Don't call support and yell at them.
yeah,
Put it
Donna's
in the feedback.
going for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
And make sure your feedback is constructive. Like, don't get on there and say, "Oh my god, I hate the new interface." Say, "It's so
Uh-huh.
cluttered that I can't find what I'm looking for."
That's
Can
the
can
problem.
we turn
Direct.
can we turn on and off some of the
Yeah.
features?
Yeah, the bad
Something like that.
it's the skinny lines. I can't. I don't. I like the old one.
Right.
And the other one I liked was when you were in the old one with the big tiles with the bank you were in.
Mhm.
When I was in the active account, it was blue at the top. Now it's just this thin green line around it.
So that's a feedback you can put in. You
I
can
had.
go to the feedback and say, I liked the blue on the bank
I,
cards.
I could see where I was. Plus, the number of transactions was in big letters.
Now it's a little smaller.
Numbers. Now it's
Now
teeny
it's
tiny.
little.
You know, we got old eyes here, man.
Mhm.
See how big my glasses are? I mean, I'm going to need binoculars.
They
But
did
Well,
make the balance. They did make that bigger. The bank balance. I noticed that over the last couple of weeks, it got
hmm
bigger. One more
yeah,
tip about support: when you are putting the feedback in, don't go with the all caps thing like you're yelling at them. That's just going to get thrown out. Be constructive. Be actionable in those
be
feedbacks.
human, be polite.
Yeah,
yeah,
and
and
polite.
That's
and
what all of us are.
yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but they went from having feedback just under the gear to feedback on every single screen, and each
It's
each
yeah.
feedback goes to the team responsible for that component
Oh, that's
instead of it all going to general and then
I've just
parsing
been
it
sending
out.
it to everybody, I guess.
Yeah, so if you use the feedback on the invoice screen or the feedback on the banking screen, the banking team gets the banking
Okay.
feedback, and they are paying attention more now than they ever have before and than they ever again.
Yes, they are paying
So,
attention.
yeah,
Yes, very much. I'm seeing changes daily
yeah,
because they're paying attention now.
yeah,
Yeah,
So
I know. I mean, I know they right now you can turn it off, but there will be a day where you can't.
right. Yeah, which is coming up in September. So,
it's very soon. Yes.
mhm.
So anyway, you mentioned this. So you have to come up with a new curriculum. You're going to build your own stuff. So share with us about that. So how are you keeping your sanity and building this curriculum at the same time? Share
Yeah.
with us what you're doing.
So the plan is, we're calling it the Great QBO Refresh, and it's both QBO's refresh and Royal Wise's refresh simultaneously. I have to teach a class every single week between now and June, which means that I pretty much, and I still have to like see clients and do my other work. So it pretty much means that I'm spending my nights and weekends in front of my computer, updating my classes and updating my books and updating the curriculum. And so that was where kind of like the stress of all of this is still there. And like, I know that I'm kind of married to it for the next year. So what we did is we're turning it into an opportunity for our members. Royal Wise has a membership program, and we're completely revamping the membership program and simplifying it. So it's basically either the community, and when you join the QuickBooks community, you get free automatic entry into all of the classes. So you don't have to go register for all of them. They're almost all on Tuesdays at 9 o'clock Pacific, with a couple exceptions, but not many. And so we're making them consistent. We're actually decided to drop the price on the silver. People were paying $17.50 for it, but we're dropping it to $1,500. And right now we're doing a big promotion, a membership drive essentially between now and the boot camp on the 16th, where if you join as a silver member, we're dropping the price down to $1,200, so it's $100 a month. It's you get the automatic entry into all the classes. You get 2 Q&A sessions every month where all the members come together and just pummel me with questions until I relent. And we're also doing rewards and prizes. We're like turning it into like a game as a contest. So there's going to be a sweepstakes that everybody who signs up, either as an annual member or a monthly member or the business membership, and I'll talk about those in a second, but if you sign up for any of it, you get an entry to win an hour of time with me in a coaching session. The first 5 people who sign up as an annual membership get a half an hour with me. The You have the option of signing up as a monthly member for $150 a month. And Richard Ropa has also offered that anybody who signs up for any of it can also get 3 months with Roundtable Labs,
Oh, that's exciting.
which is
Oh,
really
that's
cool
good.
also. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
Yeah.
He's fabulous.
Yeah. So I was grateful to that, because one of my questions was, well, if I'm dropping my prices on the existing silver membership, what about my existing silver members? And so we're doing a thing for our existing members too. So they get this opportunity to work with Richard. They also, I'm having a membership contest for the existing members. To whoever can sign up the most new members in the membership drive, they're getting books and appointments and prizes as well. And we do have an affiliate program. So this is actually an opportunity for everybody to make money at the same time. That for everybody that you get your affiliate link, and you can put it on the Great QBO Refresh link, you can just put it on our website link, whatever, you get 10% of everybody that you refer. And the more that it's all community. It's for me, it's all about giving, but I got to get something back too to make all this time worth it.
Now, do you have like a like I know people use Circle. Do you use Circle, or where do they get where do you gather? What app do you use to
So
gather?
Royalwise has its own LMS platform, and I know a lot of people are using like Circle and Thinkific and these different community platforms. But because we are accredited, we treat it like a school, and we have to have poll
Okay.
questions and requirements and compliance. And so we have our own portal that we call the Royalwise Owls. And Jennifer Diamond is the one who nicknamed it the Owls. It's the on-demand,
So
web-based learning solution.
I mean, she comes up with the best.
Don't you?
I'm in awe of her all the time.
Yeah, no, she's hysterical, and
Oh my
so
gosh!
the Roy Wise Owl's name pretty much. We always had an owl logo, and the mouse, the wing is a computer mouse. I don't know if a lot of people realize that, but it's actually a computer mouse in the wing.
Kind of
Um,
like Wendy's with the mom in the collar.
yeah, yeah, exactly. Because my husband does our Apple trainings, and so she took our owl and she made it into an acronym, and we just jumped on it. So we
And what does
call
the
it the owl.
OWL stand for?
On-demand, web-based learning solutions.
I was wondering where that came from.
Yeah,
I've heard you say that so many times. I didn't know Jennifer did it.
yeah. So that's all Jennifer's fault. That's all Diamond's fault.
Anytime I see an owl, I buy it and I give it to Alicia. It's like great. Oh, I got you another owl, Alicia. You know,
Love it. I love it. I've got note cards. I've got a bank. I've got a glass Murano owl.
and I got to, I'm here in Florida, and she's in what, Portland or something like that, opposite ends of the country, and I have to always make sure I bring it whenever I go so I can give it to her.
I love it. And Deb, I want to say this too, that when you asked how I got my mojo back, and I said that I showed up at scaling, kind of like putting on my game face. 3 different people gave me handmade or hand selected gifts. Like you brought me this Murano glass owl that just I bawled when she gave it to me. I started crying. Kim No knit me an owl hat. I have a knit hat that's an owl that she made me. And Jennifer Scott made me a bracelet based on something I had said to her at Appy Camp that like hit home with her.
He's pretty cool too. I mean,
Yeah.
I said, you give out bread. How do I get one?
And so when I realized, so like as I'm like sitting there at scaling going, I'm not sure I can keep doing this. I'm not sure I can keep doing this. When 3 different people think about you enough and love you enough to make something for you or bring gifts for you, you realize that you're doing the right thing. And I realized that
You're a fabulous human being, if nothing else.
yeah, well, thank you. And I've my life has always been about doing my best and using my gifts, and it just so happens that my gift is teaching and training and articulation and being able to see where somebody is and say something in the right way that lands with them. And so it was kind of a happy accident that I wound up doing QuickBooks training. I was supposed to be doing lots of other things with my life, but here I am. And the community that I get to be friends with is so amazing that why would I want to do anything else?
Bookkeepers and accountants, to me, I just love them. And I tell you what, I go to your classes when you teach at any of the conferences, and I know you. I always sit in the front row, and you always tell me, "Why are you here?" I always learn a new tip or trick, always. And I'm always about making things speedy.
Yeah.
Quick, so always learn something.
I love efficiency. I don't like doing anything twice, right?
No.
And so if there's ever any way that I can cut out a step without cutting corners,
Yes.
I'm all about that. And so that's what I really like bringing into my classes is not just the basic how-tos, but the best practices, the tricks, the tips, the weird scenarios, and anything else that I can contribute to the knowledge around it. And I think that's what distinguishes me as a trainer is I'm not just a talking head on screen. As an educator.
Educator.
Really, it's not sex training, it's sex education. That's an ed class. I mean, I'm not taking credit for that. My
husband's gonna love that.
Education, not training.
and so that's one of the things that's different about coming to Royal Wise is that we're like I'm always surprised when Deb's in the audience. I've got experts coming to my sessions, but they always say that they get that one little nugget that makes a difference, or they say, well, hearing you explain it helps me explain it to my clients. I know what to say and how to say it. And I
Yeah.
get that a lot from my members. Like people will join my membership. I'm like, why are you here? You know all this. And they're like, no, Alicia, you are absolutely filling my gaps and keeping me up to date and helping me have an easier experience doing the books for my clients. It really makes a difference.
So this is a year-long class that you're running?
Well, everything's still a la carte the way it has always been. So you can sign up for just one class and you get lifetime access to those recordings. But because I'm starting from zero, like on the 9th is my intro to bookkeeping and accounting class for small business owners and my beginner's guide to QBO, which is like the free class for people who are on desktop and don't know QBO. So I'm starting with that. And then on the 16th is my 6-hour boot camp, which is here's how to sign up for QBO. Here's how to start your subscription. Here's how to set up your bank feeds. Here's how to make invoices, pay them, and deposit them. Here's how to do your invoices and your expenses and your credit cards. Here's how to reconcile, and here's how to run your reports. Just
That's 6
6
hours
hours
once, or is
of
it
all the
broken
basics.
up into hour-long?
It's a lunch break. It's a lunch break.
And live? Is that live or?
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the one that this book was written on. That this book was my original handouts for that class, and so I just turned the book into something that you can get on Amazon. But that's what this class does: is we literally just run through the book in 6 hours.
Cool.
So that's the boot camp class, and then after the boot camp, it's the chart of accounts and setting up QBO, chart of accounts, bank feeds, reconciling, beginning reports, advanced reports, and that takes us through December. And that's actually the business membership. When you go to the Great QBO Refresh on my website, the business membership is just the classes from now through December, all of them.
So is
And
this designed for business owners, or who is the audience for this?
the business membership is best for business owners or bookkeepers who don't need all of the rest of the features that start in 2026. So it's like the good foundation stuff.
Are new features coming in 2026?
No, I mean I'm teaching the
Oh,
classes about the
Yeah.
features. No, so 2026, 20 yeah,
First
2026.
off in
Yeah,
2026.
no. What I mean by that is 2026 is when I start teaching 1099s, year-end cleanup, sales tax, payroll, QuickBooks checking, business credit card use, like all the different modules and features. And then by after tax time in April is when we get into the advanced curriculum, which is cleanups and accrual bookkeeping techniques and QBOA and all of that.
Okay, and this whole class, if they took the whole thing, it would end. It ends in June.
No, it's actually a full year program. I just
Okay,
don't. I haven't thought that far ahead yet. I don't know what happens in June yet.
okay, and
Um,
it's $1,200 for the year.
mhm.
Well, that's a reasonable price,
Yeah,
100 a month.
yeah. And
Yeah.
if you sign up after September 17th, it goes up to its new price of $1,500, which is actually reduced from 1750 where it's been for the last year and a
And
half.
is that the only kind of membership you have, or do you have other things for all of
No, there's several of them. I try not to overcomplicate it, but basically, the community was called Silver. So for any of you who have heard it before, it was Silver. We just call it Community now. But that's either the annual or monthly, and the monthly is 150 a month. Was 175. It's 150 now. There's a coaching membership, which is the next level up. And that is everything that we've been talking about, plus an hour with me every single month. So it's like, third Thursday of the month at 4 o'clock, you and I sit down and you show me all your problems and I give you all my answers.
So you're a therapist too.
There is accounting therapy involved as well.
Wow, you are a woman of.
Yeah, so that's the coaching program, and I mentioned before that both the community and coaching also have 2 monthly group meetings as well, where we come together as a group and everybody gets to talk and answer each other's questions and get my opinions and that kind of stuff. And then there's the business membership that is just the essentials, like not the extra stuff. It's just the core things that you need to do to get by. And that's $500. All the classes are going to be live coincidentally really between now and December, but you get access as long as you're a member. You can go watch your recordings.
Cool. Well, it
Yeah.
sounds like you got your mojo back.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now any do you have a limit on the number of people that can sign up, or do you have a goal you like to have
No.
some people?
The gold coaching is capped. There's only so many hours in a day. So I don't take infinite gold, but silver is absolutely the way to go because you get the whole forum. Our LMS or learning management system keeps your progress. The videos, instead of watching a 3-hour video, it's broken up by topic. You can actually just go search for car loans and it'll pull up the videos with car loans.
Cool.
And then you take the quizzes to get your CPE and your certificates are all stored inside the
Right.
system.
Well, we're at time already. Can you believe it?
Really?
Yep.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize.
Yeah. Before we end, what is most meaningful to you for us to take away with? What do you want us to hope people carry forward from this conversation today?
I want people to realize that Intuit is not making these changes gratuitously. I want people to realize that the software has to stay world class by keeping up with modern standards. And if they don't update it, then 5 years from now, 10 years from now, we're going to have a dinosaur. And that's not good for Intuit, and that's not good for our clients, and that's not good for us. And that nobody likes to be uncomfortable and feel like they don't know things. And that with this great refresh, we're all put in the position of feeling like beginners again when we pride ourselves in our expertise.
Yes.
Now you know how your clients feel all the time. And you will get the muscle memory back. You'll just learn your new system and
Right.
your hand will go like this and you'll be able to do it again in a month.
That's a great.
Yeah.
I love that philosophy. I never thought of it like that.
Yeah.
And I remember sometimes when people complain about it, I go, no, if this was the first time you saw it, you wouldn't know it was something different.
Right.
Remember when you first started when you saw QuickBooks Desktop the first time, you didn't know where you're going on in that either, but you kept plugging away. And you got.
I've converted 2 people from desktop since the new interface came up, and they saw the dashboard and they're like, oh my God, this is so amazing. Thank God I got off a desktop. So for people who are new to it, they're seeing glory. They're seeing amazing insights into their stuff. We are just the ones who are uncomfortable.
I know, it's like, oh my gosh, I got to learn something new.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not minimizing anybody's experience. I'm not, I'm not trying to say, oh, it's just you'll get over it. No, it's literally your brain chemistry, but it's temporary. We all went through it in 2012.
So what we need to do, Dawn, is have her back in a year.
Mhm.
Yep, absolutely.
Episode, and then
Before then, I want to see how it's going. Like, how's it going? What's the progress? What have you run into that's like kind of a stumbling block?
I would love to do kind of a midpoint check. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, hear how it's going. This journey you're going on is like, I mean, we're all kind of forced into it, but I never saw it as a bad thing myself because I saw what other software does and it was already becoming a dinosaur.
Mm-hmm.
So
a champion. I think, Alicia, you are our champion of this new space and guide and sage and all of those fluffy words.
Yeah.
Donna, do you have any final questions for Alicia?
Just I want to tell everyone I put the link in the chat, so grab the link and check out the Royal Wise community, everything they have to offer. It is wonderful stuff. There's even Apple training on there that Janie does, which again, you need them both. Okay, I'm sorry, but you need if you want to run your business from a phone, an iPhone or an iPad, you need that training for Apple too. So check them all out. Yeah. I run mine from my iPhone, so I know how important it is to know how the Apple apps work too, and they're changing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have a new refresh coming very, very soon.
No, I love the fact that Jamie does all the same things that I do, but in the Apple
Mhm.
world, and so it's the same
Yeah.
thing, like, you get on your Mac and you know how to use it, but you don't know, "Oh, it can do this, and it can do this, and it can do this," and that's where Jamie
That's
comes
the
in.
fun part. Like
Yeah.
So
I
Bookkeepers is your one-stop shop for all of that,
yeah,
getting everything put together.
Yeah.
So it's really like it's a one-stop shop for all of that. So we wish you like all the best on your journey. Of course, we'll be talking to you all the
oh
time.
yeah, we talk
Yeah.
to you all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm grateful to both of you. I mean,
Uh,
this show is great. I'm a loyal listener. I love it. You both crack me up, whether it's on the podcast or in real life. It's like when I get to see you live, it just makes my heart happy.
well, we're all
Oh, you
mutual.
want to do a plug for your podcast? You
Oh,
didn't even mention that.
sure. Yeah, no, I didn't mention that.
Yeah.
I'm also the host of the unofficial QuickBooks Accountants podcast, which you can get to at uqb.show or just, on your favorite podcasting app. We're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcasts, we're on Amazon. But it's a weekly show. We just hit our 100th episode. Hector Garcia was my co-host for the first year and a half. And now Dan DeLong, Margie Remmers Davis, Matthew Fulton, and Veronica Wasek all come on and do guest spots.
We'll be a guest. Don and I'll guest.
Yeah.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
we
we're
do.
gonna talk to you about that.
Yes, and it's actually less guests than recurring things. We're
Themes.
not we're like
No
Matthew's our
worries, no
Matthew's are
worries.
in the know, and Dan's are deep dives, and Margie's my
Ah,
ingenuity.
you got
And
segments.
Yeah,
yeah, we have segments.
You're like
Exactly.
organized.
Yeah, they're my
We're
segment
like,
hosts.
go.
But of course, if I ever start having guests, of course I want you on the show.
of course.
Of course, yeah. But I've been loving doing that show, and the fact it is there's an Intuit news segment, and there's a deep dive segment. We just did one on internet security, and we're getting great feedback on it.
Great.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Well, let's wrap up for today. We're over time, but thank you again for joining us.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Until next time, see you later.
See you in the next one.